Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and I'm here today to share with you my official TBR for Make Me Read. So this is a readathon that I created and I'm co-hosting it with Helen and Paige. I will link my announcement video down below as well as both of theirs. It's running from the 17th to the 30th and the basic premise is that you pick a bunch of books you want to read, chuck them in a poll and you let people decide for you. So I have the results of my polls now. I did 3 over about 3 weeks and 2 tiebreakers at the end to decide between books. And I'm going to share with you now what won. I've got my glasses here today so that I can see the polls because my eyesight is that bad, and let's jump into it. So first up, the one that won. I should have mentioned I'm going from what won to what is the bottom of the list, and I'll let you know. I have a specific book in mind as a goal of where I would like to get to in these 2 weeks. So I'm sorry, Fletchy's doing zoomies, which is very important, so we all just pause for a moment. Are you good? Hey. Hi. Okay, so the one that won with 21 votes was Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lin Tan. This was one of the ones that I was really hoping would end up making the cut. I don't know that I wanted it to be book 1 because it is quite chunky. It's almost 500 pages. It's basically 500 pages. It's like 498, so it's 500 and it is a big fantasy. So I feel like this might take me a couple of days. I'm hoping that it's going to be engaging and that I won't get stuck and end up just reading this one. For me, it's up to you on how you run your polls, but for me, I am going to be reading one at a time, which is very hard for me, but so I have to finish this one in order to pick up the next one. You don't have to do it like that, but that is how I have decided I'm going to run this, and I will probably regret it, but this is book number 1. And then next up I had my first tiebreaker, which was between Frostheart by Jamie Littler and A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting by Sophie Irwin. These both got 19 votes, and in the tiebreaker, Frostheart won, which I was super excited about because this was again one of the ones I really wanted to read. At the start it was doing so badly and it was not getting like any votes at all, and then it just came like it just had like a comeback and just flew through and got 19 at the end. So I'm very excited for this one. I know that Helen really wanted me to read this one, so I'm really excited that it gets to be book number 2. It's significantly shorter and it is of course a middle grade, so this should be a nice quick read, which means that book number 3 is A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting by Sophie Irwin. This again is reasonably short. Of course it is in the bigger format, but it has pretty large text. This is a historical romance. I'm not sure how romancy it is, but I'm very excited to get to this one. And then I had my next tiebreaker because my next 2 books both got 18 votes, which were Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer and A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. And so these both got 19. No, they didn't. These both got 18. What am I saying? And then tiebreaker, Song of Race and Ruin won by a landslide. So this was one again, all of the ones that made the list I really wanted to read. So I'm very happy that they did that. But in this poll, I was really hoping that Defy the Night would win, because this was winning the entire time until the last poll, where it just suddenly dropped. And I'd been like mentally preparing myself to read this one, and then it's not as high on the list as I thought. This one I am a little nervous about. It's kind of biggish again. I think it's around the 450 mark. Yeah, about that. So nervous, but I'm hoping I can get through this one, because Defy the Night is the book that I want to get to. So if I don't make it to any of these others, that's okay. I'd love to, but I want to get to Defy the Night. So if this is my last one, that's fine, but I just really want to read it. So I was kind of sad that it didn't win this tiebreaker poll, so it could have been one book higher and I would have made it to it easily, I think. But yes, now this is book 5 and I'm hoping I can still get to it. And then we kind of have the stragglers. Next up, we jump a bit. Those were all quite close. And then the next one we have got 15 votes. And that was The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper. This is a Greek mythology retelling. I can't remember who. It's set in like Pompeii. I don't know that it really follows a specific mythological figure, but I was really, really excited for this one. I would love to, if I do get the chance, to be able to make it to this one, but I may try and pick it up in October or November if I don't get around to it now. Next we have 14 votes. We have The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This was also doing really badly until all of a sudden it got quite a few votes, and it's not really high up on the list, but 14 isn't anything to laugh at either. This, I think, is the only contemporary romance on the list, so it would have been nice to have this one a little bit higher, because that is a genre that I really do enjoy at the moment. But I'm also, like, again, I'm going to get to this one. I will pick this one up on my own if I don't get to it for this. Next up, with 13 votes, I have The Weight of Our Sky by Hannah Alcoff. I'm really interested in this one, and again, I was hoping it would make the list, but I'm not too sad that it hasn't. I don't know that I really am in the mood for this month, so at least then I'm not pushing myself to read it, and I won't enjoy it because it's not the thing that I want to be reading. So this, again, is one that I will hopefully pick up for myself. Not sure if it'll be this year, but maybe in early 2023 if that doesn't happen. So there we go. Second to last one with 11 votes was Keeper of the Night by Kylie Lee Baker. I was kind of hoping this one would make the list because I haven't really thought about it since I bought it. So I was hoping that maybe it would, make it to the list and I would pick it up. Because, I haven't thought about it since I bought it. But I guess I'm going to have to add it to something else. Maybe I can find another readathon later in the year. Because otherwise I feel like this is one of those books that will just kind of slip through the cracks. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. So it's not one that I'm particularly hyped for, but I would like to give it a go. And then finally, I have The Graces by Law Eve, which got 10 votes. Again, I'm not too sad that this one didn't really make the list. I think out of all the books here, this was the one that I was a little unsure about. I wanted to read it. It's a recent-ish purchase in the last few months, but I wasn't sure whether it was something that I wanted to get to right now. So I'm kind of glad that it's the last one on there, and I don't imagine I will make it through all of these, but if by some miracle I do, then that's great. But that is it. That is the whole list. I'm really happy with all of those. I think that it is a really great selection of first few books there. So thank you everyone who voted. I'm really excited to get to these ones. I also just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has joined in, who has put up polls on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, or has sent through a message letting me know that they're going to be running their polls during the readathon. It's so nice to see you all participating, and I really, really appreciate all your love and support. And of course to Helen and Paige for being my wonderful co-hosts. But for now, that's it. I will see you all in, I guess, like a week and a bit now when the readathon starts. I will be vlogging the whole time, and I will have that video up in October for you all. But until then, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing super well. Bye.